Hello everybody, my name is the Deuteron Doctor, and today we're going to be talking about one of the kits for the Slosher, which is the Deco Slosher, or the Slosher Deco. Disclaimer, I will not be going over stages, and I will not be going over ranked modes. That is for the main How to Play series. This is the Kits series, which is Kit Introductions to Splatoon. Yes, it's a weird anagram? No, it's not an anagram. It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's weird, and I had to make kits work somehow. Hi, this is Editing Deuteron, and I guess I'm just a little bit slow today. Anyways, it's an acronym, not an anagram. An anagram is when you take a word and rearrange the letters. An acronym is when you have a word that has different words that mean something different in it. That was probably a weird explanation. Anyways, I'm going to shut up. Back to the video. I will not be going over those, and I won't be recommending too much gear, 2, maybe 3 abilities. So with that being said, let's start the actual video. This kit is a good, aggressive slosher kit, much more aggressive than the other kit in the game, and I think it has a lot more uses in different ranked modes, and again, we're not going to talk about it. I think that you could train yourself to be extremely good at this, and I think that this is going to be a different breed of slosher players than the normal ones. Because it takes, in my experience, it takes a lot more tactical, aggressive thinking to be able to piggyback off the fact you have Zipcaster in the first place. With that being said, the kit is Angle Shooter and Zipcaster. The good thing about the Angle Shooter is the fact that it can track opponents and hurt them. And it gives you a lot more range. A lot of people underestimate the fact that Angle Shooter exists. People think that it's just a bad sub, which I don't think is necessarily the case. I think it's a good sub. I just think right now it hasn't been given the balancing that it should have. I think that it should do a little bit more damage, maybe 20 damage, and I think it should have a little bit more range, and it should maybe not paint, but it should track people for longer. Now granted, Nintendo probably won't change it, for a while at least. So what we can do now is we can deal with what we have. But the Angle Shooter is a lot like a sniper. You might think, oh, Deuteron, that's nothing like a sniper. You throw a marker at people. No, it's a lot like a sniper. You are throwing a thin laser, aiming a thin laser at people, and letting go of a button to shoot. That's a sniper pretty much. It's just a sub-weapon. It's just the sub-weapon version of a charger. And so in order to use this to its best capabilities, you have to know how to think like a charger. The only exception to that rule is when it bounces off walls. If that's the case, you have to be good at calculating where that thing's going to go. Because I don't think it's going to show you that far. At least most of the time. So if you're good at aiming thin lasers, if you play snipers and you want to try out this for the sub-weapon, I'd say go for it. It's a good sub-weapon. Is it as good as it should be? No. Is it good enough for now? Yes. And the special for the kit is the Zipcaster. And in my opinion, and I've talked with this with Crimson Cat, but as far as I'm aware, not many of you know who he is. He's a good friend of mine, and we both think that Zipcaster is actually pretty good for the Slosher. Most weapons that have the Zipcaster as its special, like Luna Blaster or Octobrush, they can benefit from it. Yes, they are close range weapons, but Slosher has just enough drop off. Like, you can damage opponents from really high up with the Slosher, which, yeah, you could potentially do that with Octobrush or maybe Luna if you're looking down, but it's not as easy to do that. You have to really try to do that to successfully kill somebody. And with Zipcaster, a lot of people go up really high. And what better way to kill people while going up high than to have something that just kills people when you look straight? You know, it kills people down below if you're looking straight forward. But that's pretty easy. Slosher's great for it. That's all I have to say for the sub and special. The next thing and last thing that we have to talk about today is going to be the recommended abilities. Now, Zipcaster allows a lot more abilities to be put on this weapon and be beneficial from it, and I might go over 3 or 4 ability recommendations. I'm not quite sure yet. I think that this kit could even have a whole completely different gear set depending on your play style, because it's just such a different kit from the normal state of things. With the Slosher, it requires a lot different abilities, and those abilities, and I know I'm going over 3 or 4, which I said I wouldn't, but I think this is an exception that I'm willing to make. I think Ink Saver main, Ink Recovery up, Swim Speed up, Special Power up, Ink Resistance, and Object Shredder. I don't remember if I recommended any of those for the regular Slosher, but I'm saying those now because of the kit. Now, why did I say that? Because of the kit. Well, Ink Saver main. If you have Zipcaster, you're gonna definitely want Ink Saver main. You want to have that last as long as possible, so that's gonna help you. Ink Recovery up is just gonna be good because it's a Slosher. There's not really much else to be said there. Swim Speed up, same reason. It's a Slosher. You're gonna need it. Special Power up. Now this is probably one of the main ones I'm gonna recommend because it's going to help your main weapon efficiency while in Zipcaster form, and it's gonna let the special last longer. And I think Ink Resistance up is gonna be good because it's a Slosher, limited painting capabilities, limited mobility, and Object Shredder. And the reason I say Object Shredder is because Sloshers, they aren't exactly made to break stuff like that, but if you're playing aggressively, you might as well have it. If you're playing that aggressively, go ahead. Have Object Shredder if you want it, because it's not going to hurt nobody. If you're being aggressive, you just shut down their defense options. That sounds like it fits the kit to me. Anyways, this is not really a hard weapon to go over, so this video might be shorter than the last kit weapon video. But yeah, my name is the Dude Around Doctor, and I will see you later. Bye.